Have you ever wondered if you could survive on just $5 a day? Not in a survival TV show where a camera crew is waiting with snacks just off screen, but in real life. No grocery store runs every evening, no expensive coffee, no takeout, no convenience stores calling your name. Just you, your land, your skills, and a budget so small that most people spend it for breakfast. It sounds impossible. But living off grid changes the rules completely. And the question isn't how much money you make, it's how little you actually need. So I decided to take a breakdown what living off grid for just $5 a day really looks like, where every dollar goes, what sacrifices have to be made, and whether it's actually sustainable or just another internet fantasy. And the first thing people assume is that $5 a day means you're constantly starving. That's actually one of the biggest misconceptions about off grid living. If you've planned ahead, your biggest expense aren't daily food purchases, they're the investment you made months or even years earlier. A garden doesn't suddenly appear overnight, fruit trees take time to grow, chickens don't magically lay eggs the day you buy them. Off grid life rewards preparation, not panic. And once these systems are in place, your daily expenses drop dramatically because you're producing instead of constantly consuming. Food becomes less about buying and more about managing what you already have. And a handful of eggs from chickens, vegetables from the garden, potatoes you've stored from harvest season, homemade bread, beans, rice, and canned goods bought in bulk can stretch much further than most people realize. So instead of paying $15 for one fast food meal, you're creating meals that cost pennies per serving. It's not glamorous, but it works surprisingly well when you're disciplined. Water is another expense most people never think about until they don't have it. Living off grid forces you to respect every gallon. Whether you're collecting rainwater, using a well, or hauling water when necessary, waste suddenly becomes your enemy. Long showers, they disappear. Leaving the faucet running while brushing your teeth becomes ridiculous. And every drop has value because you work to get it. And electricity also changes your perspective. If you're running on solar power, every cloud day matters. Every unnecessary light left on costs you stored energy instead of adding a few cents on to your utility bill. And suddenly, you're charging batteries during peak sunlight, timing laundry around solar production, and realizing you never actually needed 12 lights on the house at once. Conservation becomes that second nature because energy isn't unlimited anymore. And let's talk about the biggest hidden cost of off-grid living is the maintenance. People love showing beautiful cabins on YouTube, but they rarely show themselves fixing broken water lines, replacing batteries, patching the roofs, repairing the fences, cleaning them solar panels, sharpening the chainsaws, or maintaining the generators. Those repairs don't happen because someone else shows up with a service truck. You're the service department if something breaks. You're figuring it out yourself or paying far more than your daily budget allows. And that's why learning practical skills becomes one of the most valuable investments you can make right now. And one thing I quickly realize is that boredom almost disappears. There's always something needing attention. That firewood has to be cut. The garden needs weeding. The equipment needs maintenance. The compost has to be turned. Them animals, well, they need fed. And that rain is coming. So supplies have to be covered. Living off grid isn't sitting on a porch sipping coffee while watching the sunset all fucking day. It's a lifestyle built around constant small responsibilities that keep everything functioning. Transportation is where many $5 a day budgets completely fall apart. And if you're driving into town every day, you've already blown the budget before buying anything. Gas alone destroys the mass. Successful off grid living depends on planning trips carefully. Buy in bulk. Combine them errands, stay home longer, and every unnecessary drive becomes money literally going out the exhaust pipe. Then there's the entertainment. And surprisingly, this becomes one of the easiest expenses to eliminate. Once you disconnect from constantly buying things, entertainment changes naturally. Hiking your property, fishing, woodworking, reading, building projects, improving your homestead, and learning new skills, or simply enjoying quiet evenings becomes normal. You stop chasing expensive distractions because your environment provides enough challenges to keep that life interesting. And the middle side of living on $5 a day is probably harder than the financial side. Modern society constantly tell us what we need more and bigger houses, newer vehicles, better phones, more subscriptions, more gadgets, and off-grid living flips that completely upside down. You begin asking whether you actually need something instead of automatically buying it. And most of the time, the answers surprise you, and that doesn't mean emergencies disappear. And if your inverter fails, your well pump breaks, or severe weather damages your property, those repairs aren't $5 problems. And that's why anyone considering this lifestyle still needs an emergency fund. Living cheaply isn't the same as living recklessly. Responsible off grid living means preparing for expensive surprises before they happen. And health is another major factor people often ignore. If you're constantly eating processed junk simply because it's cheap, you're creating future expenses that can become far more costly than eating properly today. And growing your own vegetables, staying physically active, and preparing fresh meals doesn't just save you money, it often improves your overall health as well. And many people lose weight without even trying because the lifestyle naturally involves far more movement than sitting behind a desk all day. And weather also becomes something you pay attention to every single day. Rain fills the water stores, sunshine charges the batteries, wind can damage the buildings, and freezing temperatures, they threaten the pipes. Every forecast suddenly affects your plans because you're directly connected to the environment instead of hiding from it behind that city infrastructure. And perhaps the biggest lesson from trying to live off grid for $5 a day isn't really about money at all. It's about understanding where your independence actually exists. And most people aren't paying for food, they're paying for convenience. They're not paying for electricity, they're paying for that unlimited consumption. They're not paying for the water, they're paying for never having to think about where it comes from. And once you start producing every portion of what you consume, your relationship with money changes dramatically. Could everyone successfully live off grid on just $5 a day? Honestly, probably not. It requires planning, discipline, practical skills, and land, and systems that take time to build. It also requires accepting a lifestyle that most people aren't interested in. But that's also what makes it fascinating. The goal isn't necessarily hitting exactly $5 every single day, forever. The real victory is proving how dramatically you can reduce your dependence on constant spending. And at the end of this experiment, I realized something I didn't expect. The biggest luxury wasn't owning expensive things, it was knowing that I didn't need them. Every meal grown at home, every watt produced by the sun, every gallon of collected water, and every repair completed with my own hands represented freedom that could be measured with a credit card statement. That it couldn't be measured, anyways. So $5 a day isn't magic, and it certainly isn't easy, okay? But it proves something important. When you replace that convenience with capabilities, your expenses shrink while your confidence grows. And that's the part most people never talk about. Off grid living isn't really about escaping society. It's about building enough self resilience that your life is no longer controlled by every bill, every price increase, or every trip to the store. And honestly, that might be more worth it than anything money can buy in the long run. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found value in today's video, please subscribe. Looking to build this channel, and without you, we can't do it. So make sure you subscribe, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow.